Welcome, Star Trek fans, model fans, and anyone else that happens to be watching. What we have here to show you is another iteration of the U.S.S. Enterprise from the classic Star Trek series. However, this model portrays the Enterprise as seen in the second pilot episode of the series, Where No Man Has Gone Before, the remastered version of the Enterprise from that episode. From that remastered episode. Now, I am not going to get into again all of the various painting details and so forth because it is all that not that much different than the series production version, which I've already made a video of to show that you can view on here. We have the closed hangar bay doors on this model. And we put a little light on here for you. And we'll just pan right around. Again, we have our dagger stroke weathering on here in an Aztec pattern. Same colors as before on the series production model, which I said you can see here in my video list. The only real major details that are different that I'll point out to you, unique to the second pilot version of the Enterprise, are the larger deflector dish, the taller bridge dome, and different markings on the bridge. We have these black stripes here on the rims of the primary hull upper surface, and I believe that on their NX-01, on the same location on the saucer, there are black or dark gray raised details on there. NX-01 from Enterprise, and they're listed as docking hardpoints, docking clamp hardpoints. So my guess is that that was a homage to the Where No Man Has Gone Before version of the Enterprise, and these black markings on here represent the exact same thing, docking hardpoints. It would have been nice if they had left these markings on for the series production version of the Enterprise, but they didn't do that. But hey, it doesn't really matter. The ship still looks awesome. And moving around again here, unique markings, weathering, dagger stroke weathering. I may have done it a little bit heavy, but I happen to really like it. We have the spikes on the front of the warp engine buzzard collectors, unique to the pilot versions of the Enterprise. We have these unique nacelle end caps, unique to this version of the Enterprise, both port and starboard. Now, the remastered version of the episode, I noticed that they had carried over some details from the series production version into this version. Notably, the grill work on the warp engines and these intercoolers here on the rear of the engines. Intercoolers is what they are labeled as on blueprints. On the studio model version in the classic footage from Where No Man Has Gone Before in the cage, there was no detail in the trenches of the warp engines here, and these details here were much simpler. So I stuck with the remastered footage from the best as I could see on screen from watching it in slow motion in the freeze frame. We have our impulse engines. And we'll just get down low here so you can see under the saucer, the primary hull. We have the bridge again, the complete bridge. And in keeping with this being the Where No Man Has Gone Before version of the Enterprise, in that episode we did not see any crewmen with any red shirts, or in their red uniform shirts, so I didn't put any in here either. Everybody just has the command gold or the science blue. Right, And I'm going to shift lighting here and come back with some low-level incandescent lighting, or warm, not incandescent, but some warm white lighting with the model's own lights turned on. Presently, we are shooting under a 1600 lumen daylight white 5000 Kelvin temperature light. And off topic, but of an interesting note, if anybody is wondering, I am using an LED light source here for this that's made by Cree, C-R-E-E. You can get them at the Home Depot, and I really like them. This is a 100 watter. They make them in 40, 60, and 75 watts also, both in the daylight white and the warm white, 2700 Kelvin temperature range. They look just like real light bulbs. Amazingly enough, they don't look like those LED towers that are very unattractive. And I've come to really like them. Alright, I'm going to pause right here and then come back with the warm white lighting on and the model turned on. Okay, here we are again. Warm white lights on, the model turned on. All our window lighting is done with warm white lights. Not really too much of interest with the lighting on the pilot version of the Enterprise. There are no lit warp engines. In the episode, they kept the original Buzzard look of the Buzzards powered off and with kind of a clear red, slightly translucent look, so I went with that. I did allow myself the ability to plug the warp engines into the internal light board, which will make the grillwork glow blue, like I did with my remastered series production version of the Enterprise. But my Buzzards don't spin. On this model, my Buzzards do not spin like on the series production version. I just went with some solid-on red lighting. Actually, it's the yellow LEDs behind the clear red domes. I'm not going to turn them on here to show it to you. There's really no need. Bow off from below and above. And we'll get up here with a shot of the lit bridge for you. On this particular model, I put the Romulan battle cruiser or the Romulan bird of prey from the Balance of Terror on the main view screen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to bring this video to a close, I think. There's really not much more here to show you that needs any explaining. I'm not going to bother with a pass around the model in a totally dark room. There's really no need to do that. So I hope that you've enjoyed what you have seen here with this model. Again, this is the remastered second pilot where no man has gone before version of the U.S.S. Enterprise. And with that, I'm going to wish everybody, depending upon where you are in the world, a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening, and ask that you take care, and we will see you next time.